Okay, well, I've made my first successful foray into the world of YouTube video posting from Korea. For a long time I've had some problems getting anything posted because apparently YouTube blocks Korea. I've spoken to some friends of some co-workers of mine who do post to YouTube from Korea, and I found out what problems I was having, what settings that I had set incorrectly. Apparently my internet connection automatically resets all of my defaults to the Korean settings and tells whatever sites I'm trying to access that I'm coming from South Korea. I guess this is normally a helpful thing, but in my case, because I'm trying to access sites that are based in the US, it sometimes causes problems. For example, I like to watch television online, but I cannot watch most Hulu programming because it's blocked in other countries. Anyway, it is a problem that I've apparently been able to overcome because right now I have one video posted to the blog, so I'm going to do a second video. I figure right now, because I'm a little self-conscious talking without another person listening, without any sort of feedback, I am going to work with props. Now, as you can see in front of you, I have a towel. This is a dish towel, bright orange, that I obviously use to dry dishes with, or with which I dry dishes. A friend of mine, a long time ago, a woman that I cared very much about, still care about, used to correct my English. Whenever I would end a sentence with a preposition, she would correct me on that, and so I'm afraid every time I end a sentence with a preposition, I think of her, and I think of the famous quote that there are some things up with which we will not put. So to go from there to here, with here being the towel. Good glory, I'm having some long pauses. Like I said, I'm not terribly used to talking without any sort of interaction. I teach in front of a class. I'm used to lecturing for great lengths of time, but when I lecture, I can see the eyes of my students, I can see their reactions, I can see the reactions of the parents, I can see if they're smiling and understanding what I'm talking about, or if they are confused and saying, when the hell are you going to get to the point? Although, of course, my kids don't say hell because that's a bad word, and I guess I shouldn't say it either, but you're over 18, so you can see R-rated movies, so I guess you'll just have to deal with it. So, why the hell am I showing you a dish towel? Because this is one of my quote-unquote things. I'm sure that you're familiar with origami. I'm sure that you're familiar with various paper folding and things you can do. And so what I'm going to do right now is show you how to fold a chicken. Now, maybe you already know this, and so that will not be terribly helpful for you. Maybe you don't know it. Now, you do not need to have a dish towel. If you are in a restaurant that has big, fluffy napkins, you can also do it there. I've done it at those types of places quite a few times. I do it because it's oh so impressive, and it seems to be something that not a whole lot of people know how to do. Now, most of my friends know how to do it, but when I'm in other social groups, it seems to be a surprise. So, whether you're taking a towel, or a napkin would be more square. It is possible to do it with something more square, but a towel is a little bit better. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take the towel, and it needs to be folded in half. So we've got one half of the towel here, and the other half beneath it. So it doesn't matter where you start. I usually start it this way. So what you do is you take, let's see if we can get that in the camera. You take one edge and you begin to roll it just toward the middle. You can roll it tightly or loosely. A little more tightly is a little more helpful. So what I've done is I have rolled one half of the towel toward the middle. So this is rolled up. So then you turn it over, and you are going to roll the other half toward the middle, about as tightly as you did the first half. So you've made sort of a burrito type thing, or enchilada type thing, or taco type thing, or hot dog bun type thing, or canoe type thing. I noticed that most of my analogies are food analogies to begin with. This is not an accident. Okay, so we've got our enchilada, burrito, tostada, whatever the heck you want to call it. So now what we're going to do is we've got these two running lengthwise. The gap goes to the outside. The lack of gap goes to the inside. We're going to fold that in half, like so. So now we have it folded in half with the center spot across there. So now in each of the ends, you're going to pull just the very corner out. So you want the very corner of each towel piece to come out. Now you are going to take these two corners and pinch them together tightly, and these two corners and pinch them together tightly. Then you are going to pull in opposite directions, sort of where my fingers are pointing. You're going to pull them together in opposite directions. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. And there you have it. The chicken. Oh, you didn't realize it was going to be a plucked chicken ready for baking. I see. Yeah, it usually gathers a laugh or two. Not always, though. I sometimes get that look like, gosh, you're really lame. I also use it as a test. If somebody laughs at it, then they've got a sense of humor that matches my own. If they look pained or tired, then I realize that I should probably move on to something else and somewhere else. A chicken. A dish towel. A second posting.